Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Hope y'all are doing well. Another day, another video. And of course, I have a cup of coffee. I try to incorporate coffee just as, as a sit down, if you want to think of it like that. No different than sitting down at the kitchen table having a cup of coffee with a family member and just talking and reminiscing. So I try to incorporate the cup of coffee, to, I guess, personalize it. Yeah, whole different tangent. Not even what we're here for this morning. Listen, I hope y'all are doing well. I'm good. I got a late start this morning. So the last couple videos we've talked about children and instilling responsibility into them and knowing right from wrong, and even getting on some of these parents of all the all the backwards things that we're putting into our kids, and it's not it ain't given. It is not given, man. It is not given. It is not given. For real. It is not given. Well, of course, you guys already saw that I I just took a screenshot of the incident at the beginning of the video, just to show y'all. I'm sure y'all probably have seen the video before. If I can find a link to the video, I will, and I'll put it down in the description so y'all can go, check the whole video out for yourselves. But this young man got two life sentences, two lifetime sentences, longer than you will live. Longer than you will live. Let that sink in. You got so much time for something so stupid. When you're in the grave, you'll still be in prison. You'll still be in prison. I don't know why these videos look like, that is a little better. It seems like I'm turned to the side or something. I don't want to be like that. I want to be symmetrical. But yeah, this young man got two life sentences, man. Wow. I got to take a drink on that one. This is my first cup of coffee. That's how I told y'all I was starting late this morning. Two life sentences. Apparently, I think this happened, they say, in Conyers, Georgia. Conyers, Georgia. I think that's up there somewhere outside of Atlanta. We'll do a video on Atlanta one day. My God. But yeah, they say it happened outside of, in Conyers, Georgia. Apparently, him and a couple of his friends decided to rob a man that was only visiting town. Robbed him at a Quick Trip. Robbed a man at a Quick Trip. And say they killed him. They killed the man. They unalived the man. I'm going to try to remember just to say unalive, because some of these words are so harsh, I don't even care for them in my vocabulary, for real. Words have power, man. They unalived this man simply because they wanted his car. Simply because they wanted his car. They wanted to joyride in his car for only probably a couple hours Because, I mean, you've done something so heinous. How long do you think you're going to be free? Riding around in a car that's stolen from a man that you just unalive. How long do you think you're going to roam around town in that car with that tag? I told y'all, these young people don't even think before they do. They just do. They just do. Don't even, don't even, don't even possess the common sense that God gave them to think before they do. If you raise some young people right, if you raise some young people right, they're gonna think before they do. They're gonna think. They're gonna think about the consequences of, if I do this, what's gonna happen to me. They're gonna think about that before they just do. And to be completely honest with you, most times if you think before you do something, you'll probably talk yourself out of it, because you all of a sudden realize the consequences to what you just did. Oh man, my neighbor got a saw going on. Some neighbors behind me. I don't know how this is gonna come out, y'all. For real, I might have to try to do it again. It's a mosquito. Yeah, man. This young man got 2 life sentences for robbing and unaliving a man only visiting town. And the nerve, y'all hear me, the nerve, when the young man walked out of the courtroom. You know how they have, the family of the victim on one side, and then they have the family of the perpetrator on the other side, usually because family shows up to support their degenerate children's behavior, their degenerate family members' behavior. Let me tell you something. If you ask my nephews, if you ask anybody that knows me, I've made it very clear. If you go out there and do something stupid because you know better, if you go out there and do something stupid, don't look for me. I ain't visiting no courthouse for you. I ain't showing up looking like a fool as if I'm with the degenerate behavior and I'm here to support you through it. I'm not. I'm not. My life minutes are limited, and I ain't wasting them on the foolery. I ain't wasting them on the foolery. And I'm not sitting in a courtroom. I understand people love their family members and their children, but to a certain point, they have to learn their lesson, and they have to understand when they do something crazy like this, and this is absolutely crazy. This is the tip top. When they do something crazy like this, they need to know, they need to be very clear that I'm not here to support you. I'm not here to support you through this, especially something like this. I would I would be a fool to show up. I ain't talking about nobody else. I mean, people gonna do what they're gonna do. Me, I would be a fool to show up and sit down in a courtroom during a court hearing that probably lasts weeks. I don't know, two or three sessions before they sentence you. And I show up as a parent, as a grandparent, as an uncle, as an aunt, whatever, family members, as a brother or sister, to show up to sit in a courtroom, waste my life minutes on supporting you through something stupid that you've done. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't even understand the concept behind it. But I guess that's why I say, man, we have to do better. We have to do better. We're not producing. We're producing out of struggle. We're producing out of struggle and degeneracy and inside out thinking. We're cloning. Some of us are cloning our kids. Some of us are doing the right thing, but it seems like the most of us aren't. The most of us aren't. The most of us. Remember I said, like, a parent can only put into you what was put into them. So if the mama and the daddy half raised and they're just grown now, I mean, nothing has really changed. Nothing has really changed, and they don't know anything to put into their kids but what was put into them, if anything, good or bad. But on the other side of this story, this young man had the audacity to mock his victim's family, saying, I hope y'all are happy. I hope y'all are happy. I hope y'all are happy. As if he was saying, you know, I hope y'all are happy, you know. I'm sure this is what y'all wanted. I hope y'all are happy that I got 2 life sentences for something stupid that I did. Yeah, they're happy. Yeah, they're happy. You don't need to be on the street. The young man got charges a novel long. The judge sat and read off all of these charges, a novel long. Gun charges, robbery, theft, unaliving. So many charges. Took the judge forever to read all these charges. I ain't gonna lie. Took the judge forever to read all the charges, man. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. And we're not. We're doing worse. We're doing worse. We're just raising these kids. We're not even raising them. We're just feeding them, and unleashing them, half trained, half raised, into society, to terrorize society, to terrorize society, and it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. it ain't gonna never work. You might get away with it for a while, but eventually they're gonna put you away. They're gonna put you away. And listen, other people don't love your kids like you do. You know, like I said, the family of this young man, sat in the courtroom and sat through the sentencing. I'm sure sat through all the preliminary hearings, all of that stuff. They sat through it. And yeah, the wind is high again today. It's really, really nice out here. I ain't gonna lie. I love to be on my patio. I love to be on my patio. We put a lot of work into this patio for that reason, because I just like to be outside. We like to be outside. Like to be outside, but still inside, away from the elements. Yeah, away from the elements. I like the breeze. I don't want to be in the rain. I don't want the mosquitoes. I call them mosquitoes. Yeah, just outside, but still inside. So I like being out here on my patio. What was I saying? They sat through all of this. Yeah, no one loves your kids like you do. That's where I was. The parents sat through all of this. The family members sat through all of this, because to them, their child is special, and that's okay. That's okay. To them, their child is special. To them, I could just assume, I could guess, because I know how we think. I know about us. I know how we think. To them, their child is special. He can be rehabilitated, which he probably can. Who knows? To them, he made a mistake. I I I I, I would argue that to them he made a mistake. Um, but to people that are not related to you, to people that don't know you truly, to just passersby, to random people that you're gonna encounter in the world, just on a random everyday basis, they don't care about your kids. they don't care about your kids like you do. They don't love your kids like you do. So if you unleash some degeneracy, some ill-mannered, not knowing right from wrong, non-common sense having children into the world, if you unleash all that into the world because you just sat down on your job for 18 years, the world ain't gonna have no pity on them. And when they get in a courtroom, ain't no judge gonna have any pity on them, man. Ain't no judge gonna have any pity on them. And it's a shame. It's a shame. This is what breaks my heart, man. It's a shame they have to learn then. They have to reach a courtroom to learn right from wrong. Somebody else has to teach them that doesn't even know them right from wrong. And by that time, it's too late. It's too late. The doing has been done, man. The doing has been done. Y'all, hold on a second. I'm gonna take these wind chimes down. God, hold on, just a second, okay? y'all, y'all saw how that sounded. They're like, bling, bling, bling. You know, yeah. Um, the world doesn't love your kids the way you do, and it never will. And the justice system most definitely don't love your kids the way you do, and they are not going to have any pity on your kids for you because you sat on your hands for 18 years. They don't have no pity. They don't care. They're just doing their job. They're doing a job. They're getting degeneracy off the streets. That's their job. They're getting what they consider bad people off the street, and they locking them up, never to see the light of day. The light of day again. The judge said at the end, this man will never see the light of day again. This man will never see the light of day again. Crazy work, crazy work, crazy work, crazy work, crazy work. Don't man, don't expect other people to re-raise your kids and have pity on them and hold their hand along the way because of all the mistakes that you made along the way, or all of the sitting on your hands you did along the way. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Once your youngins hit the real world, when they get outside, like they say today, when they get outside and they can no longer be under your thumb, they're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do how they want to do it with who they want to do it with. Yeah, yeah. And it ain't too much you're gonna be able to do about it. You can talk to you blue in the face. It's too late. All of the raising had to have been done way before now. Way before now. It's too late for raising. It's too late for raising at 17, 18, 19 years old. I mean, you could talk to you blue in the face, but they're gonna do what they want to do because they have their freedom. You know, they're gonna do what they want to do. If you haven't already put it there, it ain't there, and it's not gonna be there. They're gonna go do something. Man, hear me. I know I keep saying, man. I talk to this camera as if somebody's sitting in front of me, and this is how passionate I talk when I talk with people, because I want people to understand what's going on out here. That it seems like nobody sees. Nobody sees it. Apparently, nobody sees it because it's a revolving door with our community. It's a revolving door. This young man, he ain't the last. He's not the last. And he wasn't the first. He wasn't the first, and he's not the last. It's going to be many more. Because why? Why? You ask me why? You ask me why? Why, TJ? We're we are sitting on our hands. I think we've developed somewhat of a victim mentality. Um, we've developed a victim mentality in that the way we are is because of somebody else. The way my children are is because of somebody else. Because I'm the way I am because of somebody else. And we make a bunch of excuses for things that we know are wrong. I think we know. I feel like we should know. We make a bunch of excuses for things that are wrong instead of righting it, instead of straightening it when you see it, instead of putting it in line when we see it. We just make a bunch of excuses. And once that baby does something unthinkable, no more excuses can be had. No more excuses can be had. He's not even yours anymore. He belongs to the state. He's not even yours anymore. And then now we want to be a parent. Now we want to be a parent. We make a bunch of excuses for a bunch of degeneracy in our community. I saw this saying one time, and it's true. It's true. It's true. It's crazy how true it is. As crazy as it sounds, but it's true. We will throw a party for somebody coming out of prison, but someone graduating high school or college, there's no party waiting on them when they get home. No party to be had. It's just like it's business as usual here at our house for somebody that just graduated high school or college. It's business as usual. But that one getting out of prison because they did something stupid, oh man, they'll throw a whole block party. That is the degeneracy that's in our community, and it's a sickness. It really is. That's so backwards. I can't even express how backwards that is. that's some backwards stuff there. But that's the same mentality That's the same mentality that creates something like this young man. You unalived a man because you wanted his car. You robbed him first and unalived him because you wanted his car. And then when you got the consequences of your actions, then you had the nerve to tell his family, I hope y'all are happy. No accountability. No accountability. No accountability. No accountability. Are you the victim now? Do you feel like a victim? You're not a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. I remember when I was a kid. I remember this story like it was yesterday. And I don't know why I remember it. I don't know. Maybe it reminds me of what I see every day. When we were I was in middle school, I think, and this girl, I don't know what her deal was, but she I didn't know she didn't like me. I didn't care that she liked me or didn't like me. But this particular day, she said something to me, and it was harsh. It was mean, and it was uncalled for. It was harsh, and I responded to her. I only responded to her because she went out of her way to say something to me that was ugly. I hope that noise isn't a distraction, man. It's the neighbors behind me across the fence. But yeah, she went out of her way to say something really ugly to me. And I only responded to her. And when I responded to her, she instantly reverted to being the victim, as if I went out of my way to attack her and she was a victim. She instantly reverted into being a victim. Man, this girl went crazy on me. We were in this was a music class, I think it was, and the classroom was staged with like platforms, kind of like a stadium. You know, you have to walk up in a stadium, but it was just a classroom. But it the same concept. So every level there was a row of chairs and where you had room to play your instrument and different stuff like that. And man, this girl, she flipped that music room upside down. She went crazy. She went absolutely crazy. The teacher couldn't stop her. I wasn't trying to stop her. I was trying to get away from her. Not running from her, but I was just trying to get away because she throwing chairs, she flipping desks. I mean, she went crazy. All because I simply responded to her. Because I responded to her. That concept is what all of this that I see today, and she's somebody's parent. She's somebody's parent. She's somebody's parent. So if you can only imagine the accountability that she places on her children after they do something that they have no business doing, it's probably no accountability. She probably, I would guess to say, she probably reverts to her children being the victim of something that they did wrong, because she doesn't even hold herself accountable. I don't know if she's changed, but if I had to just take a shot in the dark, I probably would say she hasn't changed. But that mindset is what I see every day. Every day out here in these streets, that mindset is what I see. And guess what? I be trying to stay out the way. I be trying to stay out the way. I'm not gonna lose my life. I have too many things going on, and I have to be here for a long time. I have to be here for a long time to make sure that things get done and are done. And I don't want to have to depend on anybody else to have them done. I have to be here for a long time. So I stay out of the way of these young people and their parents. Scared of them? No. I just stay out of the way. I stay out of the way because people like this will take your life. They will take your life because you didn't speak to them. They'll take your life because you bumped into them accidentally. Just stupid stuff. It doesn't take much for somebody today to take your life. So I stay out of the way. I'm so for real. I stay out of the way. I like living. And I'm smart enough to know because my parents instilled a whole bunch of common sense into me and a whole bunch of thinking before you do into me. And right and wrong, I have very strong perception. So I have common sense enough to know to get out of the way. Get out of the way. Some fights ain't worth fighting because you ain't gonna win them all. And I ain't trying to win them. I ain't trying to win any of them. I'm just gonna be out the way. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be out the way. I'm not taking a chance on losing my life because somebody's ignorant child or ignorant parent don't like me this minute. No, I'm out of the way. I'll be over here. Like I told y'all, people like that are gonna always exist. Like everything in the world is gonna always exist. Every situation in the world is gonna always exist. You just have to learn how to move around it. Like you can't change the world. You can't change what's going on around you. I only wish I could change what's going on around me, but I can't. But what I can control is what I do around it and how I'm gonna move around it. And I be moving around it. I move around the foolishness. I stay out the way for real. Yeah, you can't change people. You can't change the world. But that was a whole little tangent. But yeah, man, all of this stuff is linked to me, and it's when I say linked to me, everything has a common thread. Everything has a common thread. So I can connect the dots in all of this foolery. I can. And it is sad that we're coming to this. We're coming to this. This young man got 2 life sentences. You'll be in prison in the grave. You got more time than you gonna live. You got enough time for you, your children if you had any, and your children's children, and probably your children's children if you had any. If he had any kids. And I don't know how old he was, but I would probably take a shot in the dark and say he got some kids. He got some kids. He looks very young. He looked every bit of 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, up in there, up in there, those very early stages. Look very young, so yeah, I would say you got some kids. Because why not? Why not? I could just contribute to the degenerate behavior some more and make some more of me. I want to make some more of me. Yeah. I'm so good at this, I want to make some more of me. Y'all, you got to make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. that was heavy on my heart because I see it every day. I see it every day. So sad. Never had a chance. Never didn't have a chance from the start. He didn't have a chance from the start. You see young people do crazy stuff like this, they never had a chance from the start, believe me. Because to be able to do some of the things that you see some of these young people do, it's in the raising. It's in the raising. It's in the raising. It starts at home. It's in how they were raised. And you can't blame it on nobody else. You can't blame it on the judge. You can't blame it on the police officer. You can't blame it on the teachers. You can't blame it on the neighbor. You can't blame it on their brother, their sister. You can't blame it on nobody but yourself, how you raised them. And it grows into stupid stuff like this. They do stupid stuff when they're young, do what kids do, and you don't correct them. And then they grow older and they continue to do stupid stuff, and you don't correct them. And they grow older and they continue to do stupid stuff, and you don't correct them. And then finally they're 17, 18, and they still doing stupid stuff, but now it looks different. It's even stupider stuff that's gonna cost them, gonna cost you. It ain't gonna cost them, it's gonna cost you. You know why? Because they ain't even got a job. You didn't even raise them to even try to have even know how to hold down a job to put some money in their pocket. So they doing real stupid stuff that's gonna cost you a whole bunch of money. And of course, the degenerate behavior continues because you gonna spend your money. you gonna spend your money, and you're probably spending your money out of guilt. I don't know. You're gonna spend your money and get them out, and they gonna hit the streets. How do you say, outside? They gonna go outside again, and they gonna do some more stupid stuff because they have no sense of accountability. They can just blame it on somebody else. And if I get caught or get in trouble, guess who's gonna be there to get me out? My mama and my daddy, or my mama. Yeah, I'm telling you. I've made it very clear to the youngins in my family. Don't look for me. don't look for me because you'll be disappointed. Don't look for me. Don't, because I'm not gonna be there. Why? Because the same way I'm talking here is the same way that I talk to my nieces and my nephews about knowing, just raising. So we've had every talk in the book. So if you go out there and do something stupid knowing that you know better, because you know better, you know why you know better? Because I emphasized it to you, and I re-emphasized it to you, and I re-emphasized it to you on the way to adulthood. So if you go do something stupid, don't look for me. You have to work that out yourself. I ain't gonna look like no fool. I can make myself look like a fool if I want to look like a fool. Like, if I choose to want to look like a fool, I can make myself look like a fool. I ain't gonna look like no fool sitting up in a courtroom behind you because you done something stupid that you already knew. You already knew better. Not not I. But listen, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Another one bites the dust. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Gosh, how do you I swear, it's almost 40 minutes. I don't know how these videos get so long. I might talk a lot. I probably talk a lot, but I'm gonna let y'all go. Man, y'all have a wonderful day. Have a productive day. I'm gonna try to do the same. And I love y'all. And thank you for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe. please like, share, and subscribe. I have a lot of things that I need to work on concerning shooting videos, and I'm trying to work on them. So y'all, please bear with me. Please bear with me. I'm trying to get some things together so the video quality can be, you know, A1. It's just gonna take me some time. I'm not an expert at these cell phones. I'm shooting this on a cell phone. I'm not an expert at these cell phones. All I know how to do is call and maybe text. Outside of that, I don't know nothing about the rest of it. But yeah, y'all just bear with me, please. And I appreciate y'all for sticking in with me. The few that you are, I appreciate y'all for sticking in with me, and I appreciate y'all watching. Thank y'all, and I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. All right.